and salutations, it's me, Salty. Welcome back to 2 Cents to Us, and today we're going over the Star Wars Black Series gaming greats, Electrostaff Purge Trooper from Jedi Fallen Order. It's a very long title. Basically what they did is they took the Purge Trooper that they released with the video game last year, and they changed the paint a little bit, gave him the Electrostaff instead of the two guns, and just slapped gaming greats on it. Admittedly, I absolutely loved this game. I know some people are kind of divided on it, some people really liked it, some people didn't. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got my platinum trophy and everything. So I'm looking forward to a sequel or some form of DLC or something. Without further ado, going over the box, you see we get the Purge Trooper, his staff. I already pointed out all this crap. Top of the box is blank with a plastic J-hook. Start of the box is this kind of magenta color, which says Electrostaff Purge Trooper, gaming greats at the top. Other side says Purge Trooper with Electrostaff Purge Trooper. Back of the box is the same artwork as the front with a little bit of a read-up. All that out of the way, I'm going to get him open, we'll go over his articulation, we'll do a quick side-by-side with the original Purge Trooper, and we'll call it a day. Starting off with the Purge Trooper weapon, which is the Electrostaff. It's in almost a cobalt kind of color. It's supposed to be gray, but there is a hint of blue in there. So it's cast in kind of a metallic gray-blue color. I'm not sure if this is the first time we've gotten this accessory, but it's the first time that I can remember seeing it. The electro things are not so great though, because they fall off very easily, so there's that. I pretty well have them anchored now. That's because I had to rewrap them. Out of the box, they're very loose, and they kind of rotate and wobble around. Basically, all you have to do, because they do unravel in kind of a sheet form, there's various different little hook mechanisms and the like. I just kind of take it, hold it down, and then I wrap it around and try to hook these things into a smaller compartment or somewhere, and then they end up a little bit tighter. So they still aren't super tight, and they do shift around a little bit, but it's a lot better than the alternative, which is them falling off every 3 seconds. Which the Electrostaff, with a little finesse, does fit into both hands on the Purge Trooper. However, both hands are also molded in a very firm plastic and require a little bit of encouragement, we'll say, to kind of fit around the weapon, but they do fit. And that leaves us with the Purge Trooper, which this is mostly accurate to the video game. I think the red is missing here from the character, but that's the primary difference between the original Purge Trooper that came out with the game launch versus this one. This one was later called the Purge Trooper Commander, which is why his pauldron is colored red, but those are the primary differences as in paint. Here on the straps above the legs, they used to be red, now they're black. There used to be red printed along the seam of the garment down here. Now it's just kind of a black on black, which you can barely make out. And they removed the red from the helmet and the red and the silver from the pauldron here. Otherwise, the paint remained the same on these two figures. There are two more Purge Troopers. There's the one that wields the hammer, in which case the pauldron becomes silver, and there's a silver line on the garment down here. And then there's the shock baton Purge Trooper, whom I can't remember off the top of my head if he has a pauldron or not, but I don't think he does. All that out of the way, it's on the basic clone body, so we kind of know what we're getting ourselves into with articulation. Also, in my review for the Purge Trooper Commander, I went over the articulation, so you pretty much know what it is, but we're going to go ahead and go over it. That's all the further he can look up, looks down that far. We get side to side, and just a teeny bit of tilt. Left shoulder can spin 360 with no problem. The right shoulder runs into this pauldron, which has a strap going in underneath the arm, so that's all the further it goes forward, and all the further it goes back. If you pop the head off, you're able to move the pauldron without any issues. It just comes up over the neck and then off the arm, which, even after removing that and trying to force it, that's as far up as his arm comes. There is a bicep swivel up there, and as we saw in a recent video with the Camino clone, that's as far up as the double joint in the elbow goes. We have a wrist swivel, and the right hand is a trigger hand, so it hinges up and down, where the left wrist hinges in and out. Much like the original clone body, because of the armor and the belt, the dumbbell doesn't get a whole lot of range of movement. That means that's as far forward as he can lean. That's as far back as he gets. He gets pretty good side to side and still swivels. Now, these two strap things tend to go underneath the armor here on the thighs, but they are free floating, so you can bring them up and kind of out of the way to get the thigh movement, which that's as far forward as he can kick because the thigh armor crashes into the codpiece. So if you want him to kick forward further, you have to rotate the hip, and he'll kick forward that far, though, it's kicked like that. I can get him to kick back a little bit like that, but as soon as I let go, it kind of slingshots forward slowly. That's as far as he can kick out. I kind of showed it to you already, but there's the thigh swivel underneath the armor. Double joint in the knee comes up that far. The ankle still really can't go back, goes forward that far, and ankle rocker. And that's really all I got for today. As you can see, I got 3 Purge Troopers here. Consistency across them is not perfect. Some of them have an easier time moving, some of them get stuck Like the Purge Trooper here in the middle, his right leg has some very, I wouldn't say tight, more sticky detents, so I got the leg to go forward and couldn't get it to go back, like once it went forward. Varies from figure to figure, of course, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent, like the hands being very firm plastic and having a hard time grabbing the staffs and the leg. More and more, I'm really glad I got Cal Kestis. You know, it seemed like in my area, people really didn't want him when he first came out. I'm really glad I got him, because it seems like every so often a new figure comes out from that video game, and there's only 5 of these figures were released as part of the Jedi Fallen Order. So we got Cal, Purge Trooper, the Commander's second sister, and the Scout Trooper here. But as you can see, most of the other figures that are already available can fit in just fine with the display for Fallen Order. I wish that we'd gotten the Purge Trooper on the new clone body, but I guess they're really just trying to get as much use out of that mold as they can before they retire it completely. Let me know down below your opinions on, you know, Jedi Fallen Order. If you played it, did you like it? Did you not like it? You know, why did you not like it, or why do you enjoy it, etc. And also, if you're going to try and track these down, unfortunately, I only got one Purge Trooper Commander. I wish I'd gotten another one, but at the time he was released, when I got him, he was only available as a pre-order. And then I think there was about a week window where you could buy them individually, and they were long gone by the time I got to them. But anyway, if you like what you saw today, then all that I ask is that you like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to help me out, and I very much appreciate it when you do. And I thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me today. So, until next time, I'm Salty, signing off.